Make sure you sit on the check it on the face. Okay.
I can't get on there. Check face.
Shalom, shalom, shalom. It's HOI Detroit. We give all honors to our elders. All praises to Yahweh. All glory to Yahweh Shai. This class today is going to be about Jacob wrestling with the man, they say angel, and also us wrestling with the commandments, us wrestling with the scriptures. Okay, so that's important, you know, us wrestling with the commandments and Jacob wrestling with the angel. Okay, you ready?
Yeah.
All right, give me Mark. No, go give me Genesis 32, verse 24.
Genesis 32.
Yeah, verse 24. All right, this class gonna be long, so I advise you to take some notes.
32 and 24.
Yeah, 32 and 24. Sometimes, you know, you see new faces, you be like, oh, that don't mean nothing. You better be for certain. HOI new faces do mean something that long. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him.
Okay, right there. You say Jacob was left alone, right?
Yep.
All right, okay, so let's find out what's going on with that. Give me Genesis 24 and 63. Okay, so Jacob was left alone. And so far, you know, what did our forefathers do when they was left alone? It's not like us these days. We have a lot to do. You know, it's so much to do in captivity. You know, so you got to pay for everything. So you got to do everything in order to get everything paid for, right?
Right.
Then if you got it made, then you got to help your loved ones. So it's never an ending thing, right?
Right.
Okay, go ahead.
This the same, finish that verse out.
No, you're Genesis 24.
In 63.
Read it.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 24, verse 63. And Isaac went out to meditate in the field at the eventide.
Okay, so
Eventide.
so at the evening time. So our forefathers, when they was left alone, they was meditating. You see, they was meditating on the word of God. They was meditating on listening and being able to hear the Lord, right? Right, because
24:63.
yeah, Genesis 24:63. Okay, and so Jacob, you know, he was left alone. And you see how our forefathers, when they left alone, they meditated on scriptures, you know, on the reality of who they are in the Father, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so to go back to go to 2nd Ezra 10 and 2. Okay, so now we see that when Jacob was left alone, what did he do? He meditated, right? So really, see, right now, under captivity, the meditation is not with the Father. It's meditating on spooky spirits. It's meditating on just open up your spirit, that crazy stuff.
Right.
But our forefathers, when they was left alone, they meditated on the Father, to listen and to hear the Father, which way to go, how you want me to walk, who you want to take with me, you know, who you want to leave. Because he told Abraham, leave your father. You see what I'm saying? And so it was very important to meditate on your next move. See, right now we rush into our next move. Once we get into it, Father, help me. It's just like a fly. You fly around and you get caught in the spider web. Father, help me. You know what I'm saying? And that's how we live. Why? Because we under a lot of turmoil, right? Okay. Like for instance, you know, the third heaven, and then you got where we at. This is the toilet. This is the muddy basement. This is nothing near heaven where we at, okay? So we on earth in captivity. All right, so now go to 2nd Esdras chapter 10, verse 5.
So I can.
Verse
Go
5.
ahead.
The first Genesis, what was that chapter?
24.
No, the first one, 24.
Oh, 34. I mean, Shilaki, 32, verse 24.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna play. We're gonna go back and forth constantly with that one because it is about Jacob wrestling with the angels and us wrestling with the commandments. All right. At 2nd Esdras chapter 10, verse 5.
This the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 10, verse 5. Then I left the meditations wherein I was.
Okay, so then he what?
Left the meditations wherein I was.
Okay, so our forefathers, what they did, they meditated. Esdras, right? And Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. And so they meditated a lot. And so that's what we don't do. We don't really, we don't meditate like that. You know, we make it in our book and stuff like that, but they didn't have the New Testament, and they was living the old, so they meditated. Okay, and so read it again.
2nd Ezra, chapter 10, verse 5. Then left I the meditations wherein I was.
Right. So he left the meditation wherein he was. Right. So now, when you see the history of how our, what our forefathers was about, like right now, what we're about. We're about, did you see that basketball move? Did you see, so we meditating on Facebook. We meditating on YouTube. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so we meditate differently than with our forefathers. But what habit do we got? We got a habit of meditating.
God.
You see? And so one thing about the Israelites, the reason why you get captured in this stuff is because we meditate, we form to meditate on the Father. And so if we're not into the Father, we're still into the meditation on whatever we doing. And so if I'm looking at Facebook, I'm meditating it. If we were looking at basketball, we're meditating. See, the heathens, they watch. And that's why there is a lot different than what we are, because we meditate on what we're looking at.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So they watch stuff. Do they watch TV? They watch stuff. We don't. When we see it, we start meditating on it. You know what I'm saying? But our real meditation is focusing on the Father. Okay? And since we're in captivity with all this distraction, okay? And so what happens? So with all these distractions, what we do is hard for us to do the commandments. Why? Because we start to wrestle. And what you mean by wrestling? For instance, like let's say the commandments is done away with. Okay, it's easy for us to go that way, right? But still, we're a species that meditate. So since we're a species that meditate, and we don't have to keep the commandments, then what we do, we wrestle against the truth.
Basically go off.
We not only do we go off, that when we run into the truth, we start to wrestle with it. Why? Because our forefathers' blood and spirit is still in us. And so we wrestle to do the truth. Okay, and so remember, what happens when they took us in slavery, they tried to beat things out of us.
God.
They tried to beat the meditation of you concentrating on your God. They try to disconnect your name from who you are. They try to break you and so you will not know who you are, nor your God. Right? And see, when Cain killed Abe, the Father said, his blood cried out to me. So in our blood, we're about meditation on God. So now, it's still in our blood. So our spirit and our flesh constantly war against each other. Because the spirit is trying to take us back. But the flesh, right? And some flesh, the white man owns your flesh. Some people sold their flesh. Some people sold it's called their soul. You know what I'm saying? But you sold your flesh
Right.
because the spirit still belongs to the Lord,
Okay.
right? And so what we wrestle against the flesh and the spirit, they wrestle together. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And so what happens? The commandments, we wrestle with the commandments. You see what I'm saying? But did Jacob prevail? Jacob prevailed. Well, that don't mean we are. You see what I'm saying?
God.
Okay.
Not all of us.
Not all of us. Okay, so let's go to where you at?
I was
At second Ezra,
second
chapter
Ezra, yeah. Second Ezra 10:5, yeah.
Okay, so we see the history, right? I go to Wisdom of Solomon, verse 9:15.
You say chapter 19?
9:15.
Huh?
Wisdom of Solomon 9,
15, yeah.
chapter 9, verse 15.
This is the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 9, verse 15. For the corruptible,
Wisdom of
Say, come when you got it.
Solomon.
for the corruptible body presses down the soul.
Okay, right. And so, what's the war? The body against the soul.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So the corruptible body presses down the soul. So in captivity, what power do the heathens have? The body. They have the flesh, the power of the flesh. And so when they shoot a gun, what they do? It hits the flesh.
Right.
Right? And so now they're strong in fleshly ways. And so we're weak in spiritual ways because we're strong in spirit. Let me show you something. Okay, the nuke and all these things that they have made, right? The gun, and see how powerful that stuff is?
Right.
We are more powerful in spirit than they are in fleshly things. But we are so weak in fleshly things that we see there's no way possible that we can go against the flesh. We're so weak in spiritual things that we feel there's nowhere possible that we can deal with these heathens and fleshly things.
Okay.
Do that make sense?
Is that because we're not fully awakened to who or who we belong to? Or?
Yeah. Well, no, of course, okay, because you're not fully.
It's a faith thing.
What
I'm trying to say.
Of course, it's all that. It's a faith thing. We're not fully awakened. All that is right. But most of all is that we're not we're not concentrating into the Lord. And plus, the main thing is that we are wrestling with the commandments. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
When you keep his commandments, he give you wisdom.
Right.
Okay, and so we're gonna get to that. Why? Because who is she? You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Right. Okay. So we're gonna bring all that together. That's one thing. I start all types of ways, but in the end, I start bringing it together.
Okay.
And the reason why I do that is because we all can start understanding a little bit. Oh, that's where I'm at. That's where you at. You know what I'm saying? So we all got our ways. You know what I'm saying? We got ways of how we preach. We got ways of how we teach. You know what I'm saying? My style is just this way. I throw everything all up there and then I just squeeze it together. I play a lot of chess. So by me playing chess, this is how, I'm built. And the Lord built me. But anyway, let's not get into that. All right, so read that one more time.
For the corruptible, Wisdom of Solomon 9:15. For the corruptible body presses down the soul.
Okay, and so why it's hard to keep the commandments? If our forefathers, Jacob, wrestled with the man, right? And they say wrestle with the angel. So we wrestling too. Because there's nothing new under the sun. What he had to do, we have to do. We wrestle against these commandments. You see what I'm saying? And so, read that again.
For the corruptible body pressed down the soul.
Press. So which one sound like they're winning? This body or the soul? The body sound like it's winning.
Yeah.
Right? Who seem like they're winning on this earth? Israel or the heathens?
It seemed like a heat.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Okay, so now the soul and the spirit and the commandments, we are weak in them. Right? Now we have great men's and we have great men's. Right? That's leading hard. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We have great men that's leading hard that we should be able to feed off of. Right? You know, we got our elders. You know, my elders is Shabbat. You know, so I should be able to feed off him. And so that's my plate that I eat off of. Right? Because that's the plate that the Lord gave me to eat off of. Right? And so with that plate, I can't become weak. But if I become weak, because what make me weak is that I allow the heathens to destroy the spirit that's in me. And that's why the heathens flesh is weighed heavy on us, right? Mm-hmm. Go to Galatians 5 and Galatians 5 and 16. For instance, now the Lord, for instance, they say, well, I voted or I didn't vote. Okay, so now I say I'm not gonna vote, I'm just gonna believe in the Father. Then they may say, well, I voted, since I lost, I'm gonna believe in the Father. I don't really gotta say too much. Automatically, if you was the Father, how would you feel about that? Since I lost, I'm going to believe in the Father. That know what that's doing? That's a slap in God's face. Since I didn't beat the heathens, then I'm going to trust in the Father. That's not how I go. Right?
God.
I mean, should I have to explain that? I'm gonna get at it. I'm gonna get at an illustration. That's almost like this. If you can't beat them,
Join them.
right? Join them. Since you can't beat them, now you want to join God. God is too powerful for that. He makes the kings. Remember that? He makes the king's hands go whichever he wants. Can you get that for me? Don't worry about that. Okay, so the scriptures say God, the Father runs everything. He runs everything, right?
God.
And so he make it the kings do what he wants them to do.
God.
And it's all God's will. And a lot of people is gonna be hurt about the way, because they don't know God this way. When a white man went in there and shot that lady in the face, and she said, "I will rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Did God allow that, or he didn't? He allowed it. He allowed it. Right?
Everything that happened,
He allowed it. And so we have to be so messed up that he allowed that to teach us something.
God.
So in other words, who was the cause of her death? We are. Because he had to allow these things for us to wake up and come back to him.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
God.
But now we always want to say, well, God did that. No, he allowed it. You know, he orchestrated everything. Right? You see what I'm saying?
God.
And these things are needed. Well, you know, and so this is what we don't understand. The devil understands sacrifice. So what he do, he'll tell, like his actors, sacrifice your mother, sacrifice your son. Michael Jordan, sacrifice your father. What's my man's name? Ye, he changed his name to Ye. Kanye, right? Sacrifice your mother. Dre, sacrifice your son. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So the devil wants sacrifice too. Why? Because he want to be like God. You see what I'm saying? And so the devil say, kill your mother. But the Father say, kill the devil in you. Why? Because we wrestle against ourselves. We wrestle against these commandments. And so what the commandment is trying to do, he's trying to kill the devil that's in us. You see what I'm saying? And what we got to do, our spirit has to prevail against the flesh. It's not what it says. It's not against flesh and blood. It's against principalities. You see what I'm saying? Right. And see, we looking at we don't want Trump to win and all this other stuff. I want to give a damn who wins.
Who wins? Exactly. Yeah.
You are all lost. It's not about who wins. We are so disconnected that when Jacob wrestled the angel, and the angel touched his hip, but it was the man really, and discolated his thigh, right? And so same thing with us. We discolated. You know, we serve it.
Right.
We're broken. Broken from what? Away from the commandments. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you see? You know what? You can see how hard it is for Israel. Let's know those who not Israel.
Right.
Those who not Israel don't want to get in the ring and fight. Those who Israel are in the ring and they get knocked out. They look bad. These commandments ain't no joke. You get in the ring if you want to and box with these commandments. You see what I'm saying? And not prevail. You know, we sit amongst each other. And I feel sorry for those who are not even involved. Why? Because they're not picking up their cross and getting the black eye. Go ahead.
So you said we're not just dry bones, we dislocated bones.
We dislocated, yeah. Right, we dislocated and still dry though.
Right.
We broken and dry.
Yeah.
I like that one, sis. That's heavy.
Ooh.
Give me okay, now, let's go to Genesis 32 and 24. I like that root beer. Okay.
Just the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. You gotta say come.
Hold on, I gotta get it myself. Okay, where we at? Genesis 32?
32 and 24, yep.
Okay. Now go ahead and read.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Okay, so now, you know, it says Jacob was left alone. So what was he doing alone? We all understand, right? He was meditating on the Father, right? Okay, and so now, when he was left alone, what happened? And when left alone,
and when he saw,
and there he wrestled, right?
yeah, and then he wrestled a man with him.
Okay,
until
hold on.
the breaking of the day.
When they say he wrestled a man, did it say he wrestled an angel?
No.
Right? It said he wrestled a man.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, read it again.
And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Okay, so we was taught he wrestled the angel, right?
Con,
What the Bible say?
you wrestled a
Yes,
man.
amen.
Okay. Okay, so we good. Oh, that failed. All right, okay. Okay, go ahead. Read it one more time.
And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Okay, and so he wrestled a man until the breaking of the day, right? Who was this man he wrestled? Until the breaking of the day. Okay, keep going.
And when he saw that he prevailed not against him,
Okay, so he saw that he prevailed not against him. So did Jacob see that he prevailed not against him, or did the man see that he prevailed not against him?
The
the
man
man seen that he
seen
didn't
see that
He prevailed.
prevailed.
Jacob was stronger, right?
Right, right.
Okay, and so what did Jacob just got through doing? Meditating.
Con,
You see what I'm saying?
so he was built up in the spirit.
He build up. We have to meditate
Con,
on these scriptures and spirits so we can be built up. You got guys looking at, you know how far they away from meditation? They look at freaky stuff. They look at how fast they can go. The heathens got so much pressure that they don't even wrestle no more.
con.
You see what I'm saying? They just give it up
Fall
to.
in line.
They don't even wrestle and fight no more. They just go ahead and drink that from P. Diddy. They don't even wrestle. They don't even fight. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? What did Jacob just got through doing? He just got through meditating on these scriptures. Right?
Con,
Read it again.
and Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh, and the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint, as he wrestled with him.
Okay, so the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint as he wrestled with him, right?
Kind of.
Okay, let me jump on that real quick. Go to Genesis 17:1. Okay, and so when he wrestled against this man, the man seen that he cannot take Jacob down. But what Jacob was doing, Jacob just got through meditating, so he was built up. Right? And so when you're connected with the Father constantly, there's times you're gonna have to show that you've been with him.
con.
You see what I'm saying? You gotta show me you've been with him, God. I've been with him. Don't try me. Man, I'm about to try you. You've been with him. You've been meditating on him.
Right.
Yeah, I've been meditating on him, but let's fight later. Then he on your neck.
Right.
You ain't been doing nothing. You weak. You sorry. You sorry for the Father. I'm about to eat you up. You hear what I'm saying?
Con,
You soft. I hope you ain't got. I hope you ain't in charge of nothing. Like kids. I hope you ain't in charge of nothing.
con.
Well, in fact, I hope you are in charge of something, so I can get them too.
Con.
Joe soft butt. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Do you know who you're dealing with? You're dealing with a spirit. And when we don't know who we're dealing with, since we see the flesh, but back then they look at you as a spirit because they stayed connected. Go ahead.
It reminds me of the scripture, I can't remember, I can't call it out, it's in Matthew. It's in one of the, Matthew, Mark, or Luke, one of those, where the disciples went and tried to cast out the spirit,
Right.
and it whooped them out their clothes.
Yeah, he said,
He was like, Paul, I know,
right.
Jesus, I know, but who are you?
Right. Well, I'm Trump.
Right.
Well, Jesus, I know.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
I don't know nothing about
I don't know you, Nick. I don't know you.
Right.
And what he
You
do?
ain't nobody.
Beat him down, right?
About their clothes.
And that's what's going on here. I know you in camps, but I don't know.
When you say you think you are.
Right. Because see what they don't understand is that when you go lift weights, it shows.
Okay.
Right?
Right.
But the spirit, you can lift weights all you want. The spirit is not physical, it's a spirit. You can lift weights to be small as hell. The spirit can look at you like a ping pong. But I'm looking at you like a big guy. But the spirit that ain't nothing.
Okay.
I run through that all day.
God.
I got this boy sinning everywhere. You see what I'm saying? I don't even need him.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? And so how do the devil make his job easy? To get you addicted to sin.
Okay.
Right? And what the Father trying to do? Trying to get you addicted to the commandments.
God.
You see what
Okay.
I'm saying? Trying to get addicted to the commandments. But a lot of us can't get it. We just don't get it. We just ain't strong enough. But sometimes, and that's where you wonder, because when the Father say, I chose you, and that's dangerous. If he didn't chose me, I'm gonna try to make sure he did by keeping these commandments.
God.
You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you can compare. Okay, the car I'm driving and the car they driving, it look like I'm doing better. The way I live and the way they live look like I'm doing better. So people compare. Don't stop comparing when it's time to keep these commandments. You're gonna compare that I make more money than you on the job than you don't. You wanna compare that I'm the owner and you're not. You wanna keep comparing.
Right.
But when it comes to these commandments, you don't wanna wrestle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
God.
You want to weaken out. You see what I'm saying?
Okay.
Well, I'm not as strong as you. The Father, you're not concentrating on the Father, because we don't know who gonna be in the kingdom. Go ahead.
And that's the problem. People, we look at each other instead of the person that's in us. Because it ain't us that's pushing us to wherever destination it is that we're achieving, or that you may feel like somebody else is achieving. That's the Most High. And he chose all of us, I believe, but whether he chose us to stay in the game or to fall off like Judas, who's to say?
Right. Yeah. Well, one thing about the Father, he knows.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And so, he know you. Why? Because and Satan know you. Both of them dealt with you so many times.
Yeah.
And so Satan knew Job, right? God knew Job. Satan thought he knew Job. You get what I'm saying? And so the Father knows you. And so if Satan say, let me see him, and the Father be like, he about to tear this nigga up. I can't help him. But the Satan say, let me see him. Say, you can't handle him. This is the one you don't want. You hear what I'm saying? Just because Satan, just because Satan don't know, and so, just because Satan want to get with whoever, when he call you out, the Father already know. He ain't gonna. He can't stand he can't stand what Satan about to do to him. And I'm allow it. Why are you gonna allow it? Because he's supposed to be there. What's going on with his life? He's not concentrating. You see what I'm saying? And you can see it. You can see it. You can see it in the scriptures. You can see it. They don't study.
Definitely.
Yeah, their life don't. It's not a part of them, and that's okay. You know what I'm saying? That's between them and the Lord. But what I'm trying to say is that, let's keep going. I don't want to drift off. Go to where you at now?
I was at
Genesis 30.
Genesis 17 and
Go to 17:1. Did you read that yet?
no.
Go ahead.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 1. When Abram was 90 years old
When Abraham was 90 years old
and 9, the Lord appeared to Abram and said unto him, I am the Almighty God. Walk before me and be thou perfect.
Okay, and so how old was Abraham?
99.
And you can't walk with a dislocated hip, right? And so when he told Abraham to walk before me, he knew Abraham's hip wasn't dislocated, right? He knew Abraham was a man that would be alone, concentrating on the Father. He knew that Abraham was at a certain level, but look how old Abraham was. He was 99, and he was at a certain level to where he could say, "Walk before me." How can I walk before you if I got a dislocated hip? And some of us got dislocated hip, and we meditate. Jacob meditated, and he still got a dislocated hip. Do you see how hard it is to wrestle against these commandments? A lot of brothers don't care how great you are. The commandments got you in the headlock somewhere. And for you not to know where you're struggling, I don't care. You see what I'm saying? And so what goes on? We have to cling to him. Right? Okay, go. Give me Proverbs 3:51, 3:57.
357.
Yeah.
Proverbs 3:57.
Yeah.
It's not
No.
57. It's
Yeah.
Proverbs 3:5.
3:5. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Keep going.
In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths.
Go all the way to 7.
Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil.
So what it is to be wise in your own eyes? When you wise in your own eyes, you don't fear the Lord, right?
God.
You don't fear the Lord when you're not keeping His commandments. You don't fear Him. It's impossible. It's impossible to say you fear the Lord and you're not keeping His commandments. That is impossible. Do you see what I'm saying?
God. Can't nobody tell you nothing. You know
Go. What you say, sister?
I say, can't nobody tell you anything. You know everything.
Well, somebody can tell you something. White man, he can tell you something. He can tell you not to keep them.
Right.
And you roll with that. Somebody telling you something for you to be dislocated out of the commandments.
Right.
Somebody's telling you something.
Well, when I say nobody can tell you nothing, that's within people that's keeping the commandments.
Right.
We can't tell a person that knows that's wise in their own eyes anything.
That's true.
Because they know everything.
They know everything. Come. All right. He ain't learning. Okay, we at give me Genesis 32:24. Matter of fact, I'm gonna read that one more time. Proverbs.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 5. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart.
Okay, so how do you trust in the Lord with all your heart? You got to be meditating on him. You can't be strolling through Facebook and all that. You see what I'm saying? You can't spend all the time on that and none on him. You see what I'm saying? That's not, you're making him jealous and he's a jealous guy. And that's what we don't understand. You're messing with a jealous guy. The people you want to make jealous, then the people you shouldn't. You see what I'm saying? You have a jealous God that you're making jealous, right? Okay, and keep going.
In all thy ways acknowledge him.
In all thy ways, right? In all thy ways.
And he shall direct thy paths.
Okay, and that's the heavy part. In all thy ways, Father, I got bills due. Okay, he gonna direct your paths if you acknowledge him. You so far away from him, you just trying to figure it out. Like you got, right? You so behind on things, you so disconnected that you struggling, you wrestling with these. Go ahead.
God, that's so true. Even to the point that we so busy trying to work it out ourselves that he can't even do anything but sit there and wait until you just give up.
Right. And sometimes you die.
And sometimes we hold up our own blessings. We wonder why we would bang God, why is it taking you so long? It could be very well that we're in our own way.
Right, we are.
Right.
And so we're not in our own way because our own way is in our forefathers' way. What they do, they concentrated on him when they was left alone. What we do when we left alone?
Everything but.
We do everything but that. We're not concentrating on him. Matter of fact, we so old and we ain't been doing it for so long, we don't know how to do it. I don't do that. So I don't know how to, I don't swim, so I don't know how to swim. I don't roller skate, so I don't know how to roller skate. I don't concentrate on him, so I don't know how to concentrate on him. You see what I'm saying? I don't even know my nationality. I'm disconnected, right? I'm a Gentile. I'm a white boy. You see what I'm saying? I'm an Arab. You get it? You got a big old dog scared of a cat. You got a big elephant scared of a rat. You see what I'm saying? I don't know who I am. Okay, keep going.
Verse 7. Be not wise. I just read that. Be not wise in thy own eyes. Fear the Lord and depart from evil.
Okay. So how do you depart from evil? You fear the Lord.
Right.
So how do you keep the commandments? You fear Him not to. You have to fear the Lord so bad that I refuse. Listen, I refuse to where you have to break. Even if you break my hip, I'm not letting you go. If I let you go, I'ma die. I'm holding on you because I fear the Lord. Matter of fact, you can break this other hip. You got some people so weak that you can pinch him. You ain't gonna break nothing, just pinch him a little bit. That nigga going to Facebook, oh, she's fine. Just pinch him a little bit. You see what I'm saying? He going to a titty bar. You just pinch him a little bit. He letting go. You see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Our forefathers. I'm gonna get. Let's go. I'm gonna show you how much they feared. You know what? I fear to lose. Listen. Go ahead. You got something?
That's what they call soft. That's what they call soft for real.
Really? You see what I'm saying? And so now I'm gonna say it's one thing if you're soft because you got a lot of soft people around you. But another thing, if you're soft and you got strong people around you. Do you hear what I'm saying? When you got leaders that's getting it in, and you soft next to a powerful leader, it's over. Do you hear what I'm saying? You don't supposed to have no, your tools should be tied because you're soft in the commandments. All you're gonna do is you're raising slaves and giving them to the heathens. You're raising Israelites and giving them to the heathens. That's why when you watch Wild Wars of Sports and you see a giraffe and the baby come out and lions come. You see what I'm saying? He can't do nothing. He's vulnerable. And that's how you is with, that's just like me. I'm under Shabbat. Shabbat birthed me. I'm weak. I can't do nothing. And lions come just eat me up. You know what I'm saying? But if he birthed me, and of course he nurtured me, right? And I follow him everywhere he go. When he run, I run. Not when he run, I look around and they come get me. I don't see nothing. I'm on mama neck.
Right.
If mama get away, I got away. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
That's how the animal people work.
That's how it's supposed to work. But some animals come out weak.
And get ate up.
And they get ate up. And so what we're watching? We're watching the Satan eating up our brothers and sisters. Right? Go ahead. Where you at? Give me Proverbs. Did you give me Proverbs? Yeah, give me Genesis 32 and 4.
32 and 4.
Yeah. And say, come when you got it. All right. And so what goes on? We wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principality. We're not even in the realm of principalities, because principalities and spirits is in the realm of the commandments. See, the commandments bring you into spiritual things. And so when you're out of the spiritual things, you can't understand why, she lost and I'm hurt. Listen, I don't even vote. I already know what to do. I already know what to do. You see what I'm saying? Because I keep the commandments. I go outside, I feel black sorrow. I feel Israelite pain. I don't want this weak ass, I don't want this weak pain around me. But you can't help but feel the sorrow. I see the sorrow that you upset that somebody lost. I see the white man's eyes are really, really blue. They so blue it's happy. They was blue, but now they so blue that they're against you fully. White man, I don't want them to win. I don't want Trump to win. Why? Because I don't want all the other masters treat me bad. That's why a lot of black folks didn't want Trump to win, because they don't want white folks treating them bad. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's coonish to hope that white folks treat you good. You shouldn't give a damn. Do you know who you are? You've been voting like you some coon. You God's chosen people. They need to be voting for you. That you don't pray against this wicked world. And that you don't keep the commandments and destroy them. If I keep the commandments, my Father gonna destroy you. Not if I vote, you're gonna help me. You dislocated. You broken. Your hip is broken. And you done let go. You done let go too. He done pinched you and you done let go. He didn't even have to break your hip. P. Diddy just touched it a little bit and you let go.
Just gave you a little.
Just go, ah. And he's like, ah. Don't let P. Diddy hit him twice. Ah. It's over.
God.
You see what I'm saying? For real, P. Diddy. Niggas like all out there, like leaving out. Nick, are you serious? You're an Israelite. And you getting hit like that? You are God's chosen people. You are broken. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the broker. I'm talking about the breaker. The Israelite breaker and the Israelite, the one that's getting broke in. Both from God's chosen people. I'm not going to die with the heathens. Hold on, I'm going to live in this life second class and die with them when I ain't got to.
God.
That's idiotically. I'm keeping these commandments to the fullest.
God.
Not just for me. We got kids. What about for them?
Right.
Not even just for me. For kids. When you birth these kids and you give them to the white man, you give them to the lions. Go ahead. Chalaki.
Oh shit, I forgot.
I'm sorry about that. Next time you raise your hand, I'm gonna give it to you
It's
immediately.
okay.
It won't happen again.
No, it's all right.
Where we at?
We have Genesis 32 and 4.
32 and 24.
Oh, 24.
24.
Oh no, what 32 and 4?
That's where you told us to go.
I think
Did I eat off that?
I think you meant 32 and
Yeah,
32 and 24.
go to Genesis
No,
32.
we just read that. Didn't we?
Yeah, keep reading 4, because that must fell into some meat. I need some hot sauce with that.
You see, Genesis 32 and 4. And he commanded them, saying, Thus shall ye speak unto my lord Esau, and thy servant Jacob said thus, I have sojourned with Laban and
Stop
stayed.
that, break that. Go to 24.
24. The book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him.
Okay, and so the church teaches that Jacob was left alone, and who Jacob was wrestling?
An angel.
An angel, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when you read the Bible, who Jacob was wrestling?
A man.
Right? Keep going.
Okay.
And so to wrestle is to battle for victory from death. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So wrestle is to battle
Okay.
for victory from death.
So that was a heck of a fight.
That was a heck of a fight. And guess what? Joseph had kids. So he had to win. Do you hear what I'm saying?
Right.
I put this on my mama. Shut, man. If you don't cut it out, you don't even put them on the commandments. Just where P. Diddy at? You see what I'm saying? I don't say that, but okay. So I wrestle, and so wrestle is a real struggle. Wrestle is not. I mean, people get bloody nose when you get done wrestling. It's usually look like it, and it depends on who you wrestle. Mm-hmm. All that going in there, I hit him with 2 hits, and you know what I'm saying? No, he wasn't meditating. That's why he lost that fight like that. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You see what I'm saying? You go in there and try to hit Satan like that. You ain't got to really hit Satan. He got boys. And them boys coming back like, man, it was weak. Give me somebody better than that. So you could have sent Jeff out there for that. You see what I'm saying? Or Eric. You know what I'm saying? Send me out there for something real. I was doing things. Yeah. And so this is a spiritual fight. Mm-hmm. And so when you talk about wrestling and you're in a spiritual war, your commandment games got to be right. when you keep the commandments, you can see who ain't. When you keep keeping the commandments, you can. It's just like let's say a pimp, right? He can say, I can see her. She's young. I probably can get about 20,000 out of her before she get for the next 2 years. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And nothing ever happened yet. We're supposed to be keeping the commandments and so close to God that the way you're walking right now, I can measure that. If the Father don't help you, you're not gonna make it to 22. You already come on keeping guns. You already done, got caught in school with a gun. I give you 2 years. You out of there. You see what I'm saying? And so a person ain't got to show you who they are. You should see it before they come. Go ahead.
And Jacob was left alone and wrestled, and there wrestled a man.
Okay, so Jacob was left alone, studying the word of Father, studying the Father, getting close to the Father, keeping the commandments, okay?
And there wrestled a man.
So he wrestled a man. And just forget about what the church talking about. He wrestled a man. Go ahead.
Until the breaking of the day.
All night.
All night.
Right? Until the sun came up. Listen, I can't run 2 blocks before I get tired. You see what I'm saying? These boys was in spiritual shape. See, they so much in spiritual shape that physical fall in place. Their physical fall in place. I understand it. I understand it that when you're in spiritual shape, that you may be out of shape physically. You see what I'm saying? I'm gonna go off a little bit. Okay, it's just like, say for instance, a pastor, he go to 2 scriptures, or 3 scriptures, or 4. We go to 1,000. Do you want a 2-minute, brother? Or do you want an hour and a half? I mean, I don't mean to go off like that, but what I'm trying to say is that this Bible is to be made love to. Why? Because this is all love.
Yeah.
This is not nothing you can be playing with.
Right.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I sometimes you got to bring things to certain areas because that's where some people at, some people not. But where I'm trying to go is that you have to fall in love with the spirit of the word. In some way, and sometimes there's no better way to explain it than the way that you may understand, right? Because a lot of people don't understand that I can keep the commandments and my life will change. A lot of them don't see that. A lot of them say I need to go to work, make this money. I need to go to college, and all that may work. Don't get me wrong, but that's physical. That's not gonna save your soul. But they don't see that if I'm keeping the commandments, right? My soul gonna be saved and money fall in place. They don't see that. Do you see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They don't see that it's also building of faith, from faith to faith, when you believe in and trust in the Lord to that degree.
Yeah. And so in order to have faith, if you got faith, you're gonna be working. You're gonna keep these commandments. And faith fall in place. If you love these commandments, you got faith. You can say you have faith and not keeping the commandments. The Satan don't keep the commandments. His demons don't keep the commandments. But they got faith that God exists. Yeah, they got faith that Yahweh exists.
Right.
But we don't work on that faith. Our faith is in hope and glory is in Him. Right? And we fear not to keep these commandments. And so who we wrestle? We wrestle ourselves. We that man that we wrestling. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We that man that we wrestling. One man in us is the flesh and the other man is the spirit. We that man. Keep going. Where you at?
I'm at 25 now. Genesis 32 and 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him,
Okay. He saw that he prevailed not against him. The man saw that he prevailed not against Jacob.
he touched the hollow of his thigh.
So what he had to do? He had to go to the. He could have did that in the beginning.
That
He
was the last
he had to put out the best. He had to put out the listen. Listen. He had to put out the last result. That's how Satan comes. Satan had to put out the last result. The white man be saying, I'll hit this boy with a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
That's my last result. The white man said, I'm gonna hit this with a nuke. That's my last result. The white man's doing all kinds of stuff. He ain't brought that nuke. That's his last result. Do you see what I'm saying? That's how you're supposed to be fighting for these commandments. So what you gotta do, you gotta disconnect yourself with people that's not keeping the commandments. You gotta disconnect yourself with people that may cause you to be weak. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And hope that they become strong. Because these your brothers.
God.
Right? But what you gotta do? You gotta stay strong. You gotta stay strong. Don't you know how much fun it is being strong in this month?
Mm-hmm.
Do you hear?
God.
You don't hear? You don't hear? Not this. Do you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Got to, yeah, okay, so let's go ahead. We go to Ecclesiasticus chapter 51, verse 13. See, and one thing about it, man, we got the greatest forefathers that ever walked this planet. Everybody want them to be their forefathers. Do you see what I'm saying? The white man said, I wish he was my forefather. I'm going to beat you so bad that you're going to forget who your forefathers was, and only I'm going to remember. He wasn't even my forefathers. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm going to beat you so bad that you're going to forget who your forefathers was, and only I'm going to remember who he was. He was so damn great. Your forefather was so great that I would kill you for him. And you ain't going to do a damn thing for your forefathers. But worry about a female. But worry about some money. I would kill you for your own forefathers. I'm gonna put my face on him. I'm gonna live in his land. I'm gonna take his word. You won't even dislocate your hip for him. Is this the man? Because when we overcome, we want to ask God, is this the heathen that had us in slavery? He's so weak. But the heathens right now says, this the child that you saying you love?
God.
He's so weak.
Yeah.
This the one you talking about you love? He don't know if he should have one woman, two women. Let me be his woman. P. Go be this nigga woman.
Yeah.
And he'll do it. Is this the one? Is this the one you love, Father? You see what I'm saying?
God.
And what he's saying, is he the one that stole my blessings? I'm gonna get too deep. Go ahead. Where you at?
Ecclesiastes 31 and 15.
Ecclesiasticus 51 and
Oh,
13.
51.
1 and 13.
Mhm.
Okay.
They talking about, listen, I'm gonna go vote. I'm put your phone on mute. I'm gonna go vote. And Lord, when I lose, I'm gonna trust in you. That's like I'm gonna see if Satan can help me, or I'm gonna see if I can just. I don't even get too deep into that. Where you at?
Ecclesiasticus 51:13.
Read.
When I was yet young,
Who?
when I was yet young,
When you was yet young,
or ever I went abroad, I desired wisdom openly in my prayer.
hold on. Whenever I went upwards, I did what?
I desired wisdom openly in my prayer.
Whenever I moved forward, I did what?
I desired wisdom openly in my prayer.
Go ahead.
I prayed for her.
Hold on. How can you move forward if your hip dislocated? Whenever I moved forward, I did what?
I prayed for her before the temple.
Hold on. Who is she? I prayed for her, right? Before the temple. He calling wisdom a female. Female should be like, I'm not talking about vote for, I'm talking about who you trying to vote for.
Right.
He calling you wisdom. And here you is trying to, you hurt over a female Democrat when your name is wisdom. And guess what? The man's supposed to come after wisdom. Right? But guess what? She is disconnected from wisdom. When he brought y'all off that ship, he knew exactly what to do.
Separate us.
Destroy you. You destroyed. Go ahead.
I prayed for her before the temple, and will seek her out even to the
I
end.
prayed for her. How many people pray before they leave the house? Right? So she was so important that I prayed for her. Hold on, did you pray for yourself? No, I prayed for her. That wisdom. To gain wisdom is to what? It's to when you got the godly wisdom, people is automatically attracted to that. Why? Because it's in your blood from your forefathers when they was what? Meditating. Do you hear what I'm saying? So if I can tap into the love of what my forefathers was meditating, and the Father give me wisdom, it's easy to get you. I can't be trying to win your soul, and I'm out here. It's gonna be hard. It's not gonna attract you.
Right.
Me keeping commandments is gonna attract you, whether you keep them or not. You're gonna understand. So the God gonna give you full understanding who He is, who I am through me. If I'm keeping the commandments, let your light so shine that all men's may see who I am. So you're gonna see who He is through me, and then you choose if you're gonna stick with that thou or come over here. But my light can't shine if I'm not what? Meditating on what? What I'm born to do. You know what I'm saying? A pit bull is born to fight. We born to meditate and keep the commandments. How do you make a pit bull act like a cat? That's what they did. They came out with Jim Crow books. They came out with things designed to get you out of character. They made a black man a sissy. How in that? Our forefathers that meditated, that can't never happen. But it did. They got man sleeping with mans. Our forefathers in our blood, that would never happen. But they doing it. Don't tell me Satan ain't weak. Satan like, I'm just as strong as you, God. You see what I'm saying?
God.
Why you don't get rid of me? Your people showing me, they love me more than they love you. So in order for Satan to stay alive, right? In order for Satan to stay strong, who keeps Satan strong?
You gotta stay sweet.
Right. We stay asleep, keep Satan strong.
Uh-huh.
We deny God. If you deny the Father, you have to live up to Satan. And those who live up to Satan, look up to Satan. They can't look up to trusting in the Lord. It's a shame that you would lose and you never showed that you trust in the Lord, and you never showed that I gave you my all.
Uh-huh.
Keep going.
Verse 14. I prayed for her before the temple.
I prayed for her before the temple. So they was meditating. They was praying for her before the temple. I need her. I need to wake up and already know what to do. I need to wake up. When I dream, I need to be dreaming about this. I need to be dreaming about what to do next with her. I need to be dreaming about how to lay down with her, wake up with her, walk with her, move with her, make the right decisions with her. I need her to lead and guide me. This is wisdom. All my life, I never prayed about wisdom. I was disconnected. Job wrestled to keep wisdom. He wrestled. You gonna bless me. Or we all gonna die in this boy. You gonna bless me or we all gonna die. That's what he told Satan. You consider you consider Job? Are you an idiot? That's what he told Satan. Are you an idiot? Satan was like, you only gave, the Father knew Satan was an idiot. You've been choosing a bunch of brothers that you know you can beat. That's just like Marvin Hagler. He fought a lot of people, but you choose the Beast Mugabe to fight? Hagler like, I want to fight the Beast Mugabe. That was the best fighter of the history. And so the Father like, you choose. That's how you want the Father to look at it. You choose Israel to fight? Are you an idiot? You want to fight the Israelites? You want to die, right? You once want to die. That's how we once stood up in this. That's how we once stood up on this planet. We stood up so tall that they feared us. We knew we was God's people, and they feared the ground we walk on. We walk around Jericho 7 times, and the whole building fall down. The bricks was trembling.
The whole city.
The whole city. The trees fell down.
They were scared.
You know a fire hydrant, when you hit the fire hydrant, water go up, the water laid down the road. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. They feared us, bro. Yeah. We was that guy. Oh, mama, there go that man. That's who we was. We was that man. You see what I'm saying? It was like so powerful. We don't know. We disconnected. And we let go. And so what the Father doing? Go ahead.
We were so connected. We know when we was gonna lose a fight and when we was gonna win a fight.
We gonna fight. We knew how we were gonna lose. Right. And somebody's saying we gonna lose this fight. Okay. If all of us ain't saying, let's go. And now one person saying and we go lose and we find out who he was, we killing his whole family. That's how we know everybody telling the truth. Cause don't nobody wanna their daughter and their son and they die. No, let's not fight right now. I sin. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And so David sinned, and all of them got it. Do you see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And he was the king. Mm-hmm.
嗯
Okay, keep going. Where we at now?
Let me finish that out. 1 Samuel 16. 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 1 Samuel 16.
Where you at?
Ecclesiastes 51 and 14.
Yeah, finish that out. I got more on that.
I prayed for her before the temple, and will seek her even until the end.
Okay, that's it. I will seek her until the end. What Jacob say? Nigga, do you see what I'm saying? I will fight you to the end. I'm keeping these commandments. I mean, read that again.
I prayed for you.
I prayed
For her
I
before
prayed
the
for
temple,
her before the temple.
and will seek her out even to the end.
I prayed for her where the Father wanted me at. And I will seek her to the end. Let me show you something. A lot of brothers do. I seen brothers kill themselves over women's. Do you see what I'm saying? There where brothers died for women's, but they have not died for the commandment. There was Martin Luther King took Israel that was called African Americans and tried to mingle them with the white man, and the white man destroyed them. Dogs, fire hydrant, killing them, setting crosses with fire on them, shoot up the whole house, kids, newborn, all that, raping them, filling them to alligators. And then Martin Luther King said, I believe I took my brothers and sisters to a fire in hell. You should have been a fire in hell with them commandments, with your brothers and sisters. Where that fire in hell at? Do you hear what I'm saying? We always trying to love these people, and they ain't trying to do the Lord's will with fire in hell. You see what I'm saying? And so, if our leaders is loving these people, how we not love them? We don't know who to love. And then they get this Bible and give it to you and say, love me with it. That's just like saying, God, tell them to love me. And so the wrong man preach you the Bible and he telling you to love these people who have never loved you. You see what I'm saying? And so now we so confused that the black woman can say, you men's ain't enough of you men's and vote for me. Not knowing there's more women's than men's. And your own hate you. Your own go with white men's and they did not vote for you. It's your own. You don't even know who hates you. We both came on the ship together. The black men know who hate him. The black women don't know. Now she know that you a black man. And when he gone, you destroyed. They can't wait till he gone. And we need your help. So we can tear your neck off. You ignorant. There's no Arab vote for you. And they making love to you. You an idiot. Do you hear what I'm saying? You was an idiot. He's an idiot. If none of y'all don't wake up, I'm gonna chew y'all kids to death. Y'all are idiots. Without the commandments, we're idiots. You hear me? Keep going.
Verse 15. Even from the flower till the grape was ripe.
Who? Even to the, hold on. How do the grape get ripe? That flower got to be ripe. You know when you see a juicy grape? When you see the flower blossom on that tree, you know that grape juicy.
Right.
And what did he say again?
Even from the flower till the grape was ripe.
Okay, so I don't need to know the grape ripe by eating the grape. I can tell by the flower.
By the flower.
I don't need to know you gay. I can tell by the way you walk. I don't need to know I can kill your man. I can tell how much you love me. I don't need to know how much you're not that you're gonna make it and you're not keeping the commandments. You're an idiot. Do you hear what I'm saying? I can look at this to know what I'm gonna do with that. Tyson can knock out 20 people in a row. The 21 gonna be like, he gonna fear him. But if Tyson been getting knocked out by 20 people, the 21st person gonna be like, I'm ready for this boy. He gonna be feeling that I can beat you. I can't beat nobody keeping the commandments. Are you an idiot? How you gonna beat these Israelites keeping the commandments? It's impossible, and it always have been, and it always will be. You hear me? Keep going.
Even from the flower till the grape was ripe, hath my heart delight in her. My foot went the right way from my youth.
There you go. What do we need to know, Father? What to do next? I ain't got to ask him what to do next. My foot went the right way. I'm what? My legs not dislocated. I'm just walking. By habit, I'm going the right way. I can't go the wrong way. Why you not going the wrong way? Because I'm with her and keeping these commandments. I can't do nothing. Listen, everything I touch turn into gold. I felt like that before. I felt like everything I touch turned into gold. We don't know how that feels. We worried about who won the election. Do you know who you are? You win them commandments. You president. You looking for a president and you president. We done. It's done. I'm not. We're not done. But if we lose 1, 2, or 3, part of us is done. If we lose the 2/3, it's 2/3 of our hearts is done. Even though 1/3 in heaven would never notice the ones that didn't make it, but still, just imagine if we all made it. How happy would he be? We're gonna be glorious in heaven if 1/3 make it. We already know 1/3 is gonna make it. But you can see how bad God wants all of us to make it. The much what he taking the 1/3 through, knowing that 2/3 is not gonna make it. But what he taking the 1/3 through, hope that 2/3 make it. And 2/3 is not gonna make it. It's written. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Where you at?
Finish that out. From my youth up, sought I after.
Stop at 20. From my youth up. So when I was a small kid, I looked forward to reaching this heights of keeping the commandments, pleasing the Lord, no matter what. When I was a child. See, when you do things when you're young and you become older, you get great at it. And see, I kind of learned it because, like I skated when I was 7 years old. So it's going to be, even if I'm old, tired, and rusty, it's going to be hard for me not to be able to just get on the floor and still do what I do naturally. I might not be at my best. You see what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard for Mike Tyson not to beat this white boy. You ain't got to worry about if my white boy going to beat him. He's not. Because this is in him. This blood is in him. You can't there's no heathen can beat the blood that's in you unless you give it up to him and disconnect from who you are. See, Mike Tyson ain't going in there as a sissy. He going there still as who he know how to be. And that's where the white boy already lost. If we come back to know who we already, know how to be who we already are, then this war is already over. We know how to fear the Lord and keep his commandments. But it's fun, and it ain't no fun in the dying in the fire. You ain't seen fun. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard. You know you're missing out. And what you're doing, when you get through doing it, you're missing out because it wasn't even worth doing it. It's just like a person saying, I'm a fast, and then you mess that fast up. You're supposed to feel bad. If I say I'm a fast to 24 hours, and I know I only went 18, I'm supposed to feel bad. And if you don't feel bad, you what? Your thighs disconnected from the walk. And you're supposed to feel bad to come this far. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 16. I bowed down my ear a little and received her and got much learning.
Oh, wow. What's this here? I did what? I bowed down my ear
a little.
Hold on. I didn't bow down my ear a lot. I bowed down a little and got what?
And received her. And
Hold on, got what?
And got much learning.
I got much learning by listening a little. Do you hear what I'm saying? I got so much by doing a little. You ain't even doing a little. You done. You disconnected. That week, I can't do it. I can't be weak. I cannot be weak. Don't even bring that to me. I can't do it. Some boxers be like, I never let a white boy knock me out. Some boxers, they ain't never said that, but they telling you, I never in my life let a Puerto Rican knock me out, and they good. Let alone a white boy, and that's how some people are. Dante Wilder said, I can beat Mike Tyson before. Then a white boy named Tyson knocked him out. Do you hear what I'm saying? That's an insult. To your forefathers. And that's why the white boy come knock you out with the same name. Do you see? Do you get it? And that's how we look at each. That's how we look at. See, some of us are built to go against our leaders. They built to go against our leaders. So the Father used them to strengthen the leaders and then get rid of them. And they thought they was part of the crew all the time. They weren't part of the crew. Why? You're only part of the crew when you support your leader. You never support a crew when you envy your leader. Right? So guess who envy God? That's what you are, with your leader. Right? And so is the man and the woman. That's powerful. Right? And see, and what the devil do? He exposed what already exists. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 17. I profited therein. Therefore will I ascribe glory unto him that giveth me wisdom.
Right. So how did he get wisdom? He kept the little parts of the commandment. And he heard a lot. These brothers ain't doing nothing. They dislocated. They're not keeping nothing. They're not trying to do a little. They dislocated. But what he said? He said, I did a little and gained a lot. I listened a little and got a lot of information. I believe what they were saying a little and not kicking against, not kicking against these people. Not kicking against the Israelites. I'm not an Israelite. I'm African American. I hate Israelites. I'm not doing that. I'm an African American. They say I'm an Israelite. I look into it, and I found that I am an Israelite. So they listen a little, and then what they start gaining a lot. The pastor gonna teach you, don't listen to them, because of money. Do you see what I'm saying? Because the devil got him. If he look like the devil, dress like the devil, he the devil. If it look like a duck, quack like a duck, what your mama say? That's a duck, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, go ahead.
And earnestly I follow that which is good.
Wow, wow. So listen a little. What is gonna make you do? Follow a lot of good.
Mm-hmm.
And once you start believing that you are Israel, even if you start believing you Israel in church, what the Father gonna do? He gonna start making you follow the good. Because once you know you're an Israelite, what you got to do? You got to become an Israelite, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you cannot let these people that's in these churches or Islam know that they're Israelites. Because once they know they're Israelites, what they have to do? They got to become an Israelite. And Surah, 120, what's that? 121, 122 Surah in the Quran says, the Lord loved the Israelites. Right? That's in the Quran. But in the Bible, it say the Lord loved none but Israel. Right? Your book say he loved Israel. My book say he loved Israel. My book don't say nothing about he loved Arabs.
God.
But your book is saying he loved it. In the Arab books, it's saying he loved Israel. And in my book, it say he don't love them. I mean, is that common sense?
God.
In my book, it say he loved me. In their book, Surah, right? Second Surah, 122. Our first Surah, 122, right?
Mm-hmm.
It says that Israel is God's chosen people.
God.
In the Quran. And so, if they book say he loved Israel, and then my book said he loved Israel, guess who he loved? Israel. So if I become Israelite in here and then here and then here, wherever I'm at, once I wake up as an Israelite, then I listen a little. What God gonna do? He'll give me a lot, right?
God.
Because if you're Israel and then you hate Israel, that's a bad. That's witchcraft.
Mm-hmm.
To get someone to get you to hate who you are, but it's not you. Did you get it? I want you to hate who you are, but not you. I don't want you to hate you. I just want to hate who you are. That's a scandalous move. That's a hell of a crossover. Keep going.
I follow that which is good, so shall I be not confounded. Verse 19. My soul hath wrestled with her.
Hold on. So the flesh and the soul. Okay, so where you at now?
This 51 and 19.
51 and 19. Go to Genesis 32 and 24. Now, 51 and 19 say his soul have wrestled with her. Now check this out. Who was Jacob wrestling? An angel or a man? A man, right? And so now if his soul wrestled with this man, right? And then here it says my soul has wrestled with her, right? That's just her soul and the spirit and the flesh. These are the same people. You wrestling against the word. You wrestling against the truth. You wrestle against the commandments. You wrestle against the Old Testament done away. You wrestle to keep the laws. You wrestling. You
say 32 and what now?
32:24.
24.
And hold on. Don't forget. Hold that night. Where you just left? 17 and 19.
I just finished 18.
You at 19?
I'm at 19 now.
Okay, hold 19.
Okay.
And where we going?
Genesis 32:24 again.
It's the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Okay, now go back to 19.
Ecclesiasticus 51 and 19. My soul hath wrestled with her, and in my doings I was exact. I stretched forth my hands to the heaven above, and bewailed my ignorance of her.
Right. Okay, and so read it one more time.
My soul hath
My soul
have wrestled
have wrestled the
with her.
flesh and the spirit of this one person, my flesh, and in my spirit I wrestle against the truth. Right? I wrestle against keeping his commandments. Right? Go ahead.
And in my doings I was
And
exact.
in my lifestyle, I was what?
I was exact.
I was exact. Right? I was pushing. I was working. I was fighting to keep what? To keep the commandments. I was exact. Go ahead.
I stretched forth my hand.
I stretched forth my hand. Now, what's going on? What does it say? Faith and works. Now I stretch forth my hand, showing works, and my doing is in the faith. So faith and works go together. Go ahead.
To do the heaven above.
To do works. To do
to
what
the
the
heaven
heavens above tell me to. Go ahead.
And bewail my ignorance of her.
And bewail my ignorance of not knowing how powerful these commandments are. I'm ignorant of her, to not die for her. Go ahead.
Verse 20. I directed my soul unto her.
I found out that my flesh and my soul, spirit and flesh wrestle against each other. But I directed my soul to these commandments. I torn, I studied, I meditated, I directed. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And I found her in
And I
pureness.
hold on. What?
I found her in purity.
I didn't even need all that. That's too much. I could find it in 1/3 pure. But I found you in all her pureness. That was too much to prove that I was on the right track. Go ahead.
I have had my heart joint with her.
I have had my heart. The heart is wicked, but now the heart is even joined. Hold on. The heart is wicked, but I prevail. I wrestle. And even the heart is good. Go ahead.
I have had my heart joined with her
Listen,
from the beginning.
I have had my heart joined with her from the beginning. Why? Because in the beginning, when I was created, I knew. In the beginning, I was created. I was chosen to come back to her, drafted back in. Why? Because I was once there. That's how I'd be drafted back, because I was once there. Right? He ain't drafting no white boy back. He ain't never been an Israelite. Go ahead.
Therefore shall I not be forsaken.
Therefore, the kingdom is mine. I will not be forsaken. Listen, he's saying I will not be forsaken. Why? Because he knows something. The father got to listen. The father can sit back and they got to say nothing. He's saying that I'm on my way to heaven. I'm on my way to you. The father said you ain't got to come. The father can say, come here. The father ain't got to say that. He telling the father, I'm on my way to you. I prevailed against this. I'm on my way to you. I'm coming home. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
That was it on that. It was 20. Go to Genesis 32:24 again.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 32, verse 24. And Jacob was left alone, and there wrestled a man with him until the breaking of the day.
Jacob was left alone and concentrating on the Lord.
25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him,
He prevailed. He saw that he did not prevail. So if he did not prevail, who was prevailing?
Jacob.
Jacob was prevailing. Why? Because he just got through studying keeping the commandments. It's gonna be hard to beat Jacob. And guess what? This location, I don't even feel that pain. Why? Because she's so glorious that I don't even. It's like, man, you'll go home and be like, man, I don't know how I cut my hand. You'll be like that. You'll be like, I don't know how I cut my hand. What is blood? I don't know how. That's how. Your mind is so much on her and these wisdom and the commandments that you don't know how you broke your leg. I broke my leg. Man, your leg is broke. What the fuck? Man, what the hell? Your leg is broke, man. What is you doing walking on your leg? What are you doing still playing football? What are you still keeping the commandments? What the hell? Oh man, I didn't even know my leg was broke.
That's right, because Slocky, because after he touched his thigh, and his bones was out of joint. He kept on wrestling.
Listen,
he kept on. He kept on. He didn't let him go.
He didn't even know it. Did it say
the man had to say, "Let me go"?
Right. Did it say he felt that he went in that it took very painful exoration on? No, he didn't say that. It just say he kept going.
Yep.
And his leg was out of joint. He didn't even know it. But he didn't even know it because of where he had to get to. I have to keep his commandments. I fear the Lord. I got to get here. I got kids on my back. I got children's. No matter what, we got to get to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? Daddy, your leg is dead. You left your leg back there. Oh, did I? Well, as long as I get there, I get about 3 more legs, baby. Let's just get here. Did you see what I'm saying? Give a damn about that leg. Give a damn about this location. Give a damn about the president. You see what I'm saying? I'm an Israelite. I'm God chosen people. I'm not the president chosen people. What the hell wrong with you? You lost your damn mind. Do you know who you are? You've been dislocated. Go ahead.
And he said, wait, did I finish that? Oh, let me start back 25. And when he saw that he prevailed not against him, he touched the hollow of his thigh. And
his last resort. He guess what? He sent the nukes. The nukes boom. And he didn't even listen. He didn't even know that the nukes went off. And the nukes destroyed everything. He keeping the commandments.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't thinking about no damn nukes. He see the mushrooms. He give a damn about the mushrooms, nigga. That's physical. I'm spiritual in force. And can't none stop an Israelite spiritual in force, keeping the commandments, trying to please the Lord with fear. I want to feel it. Man, forget them damn nukes. God. The nukes can kill me, but God can kill the soul. Get that damn nuke. This is who I fear. You see what I'm saying? I fear God. I want to give it. If she won, I fear God. If she lose, I fear God. If he won, I fear God. I won't give a damn if his mama won. I fear God. Do you see what I'm saying? If I won, I fear God. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And the hollow of Jacob's thigh was out of joint.
Out of joint.
As he wrestled with him.
As he continued to wrestle. How you gonna wrestle with somebody you're out of joint? I seen a lot of wrestling match, and soon some go out of joint, they stop.
Mm-hmm.
They may say, okay, hold up, I'll continue, but still hurt to hold. He probably still swinging that same arm that's out of joint, and it still feel the same. Still, it land like it's not out of joint. I still feel the pain. I knocked this shoulder out of joint. He hit me with that same shoulder that was out of joint. I still feel the same pain like it's not out of joint. That's how he coming at me. With the fear of the Lord and his commandments. Go ahead.
Verse 26. And he said, let me go, for the day breaketh. And he said, I will not.
Where you at?
26.
Okay, get Ephesians 6 and 11.
Yep. It's the book of Ephesians, chapter 6, and verse 11.
And see, that's why I say he was alone. You know why? Because you're stronger without weak people around you. That's why it's good to be alone. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Sometimes you have to be alone, because when people that don't fear God and people that do all this wicked stuff, when they just constantly around you, it drains your spirit. You know what I'm saying? When we were born in Esau captivity, we don't know who we are. Right? So if we don't know who we are and they drain in your spirit, then it sucks the commandments out you. It sucks your strength out you. It sucks the fear of the Lord out you. You don't really fear the Lord. Because if you did, you wouldn't do that, though. You wouldn't do that if you fear the Lord. A lot of people live on the land under captivity, not knowing how to fear the Lord. They lost that. Listen, our forefathers never, ever in their life will believe that can be lost. What you mean? The fear of the Lord can be lost? Hell no, you gotta be joking. Yeah, it can. Satan can take that away from you. Not the fear of the Lord. I mean, he can take a lot. He can take, he can put sores on my skin, like Job say, but he can't take the fear of the Lord from me. Cuss God and die. Are you crazy? Go ahead.
This the book of Ephesians, chapter 6 and verse 11.
You need that?
No, I ain't read that yet.
The heat?
I ain't called.
Go ahead.
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
Hold on. Put on the whole armor of God. I'm good. You wanted this morning. Put on the whole armor, right? Fear to keep all of the commandments. That's the whole armor. Put on the whole armor, right, of God. And good. Then what happened?
Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil.
And so if you ain't got the whole armor on, the devil is, see, we think the devil is a punk. We don't know that the devil can take you and make you me. Nigga, listen, I'm so good that if you're not close to him, I can make you me. You can't make me you can't make me gay. I can make you gay. You can't make me love white people more than black people. I can make you hate yourself, nigga. Lord forgive me. I can make you hate yourself. You cannot make me hate myself. It's impossible. Now that we living, we see a lot of people that hate themselves. How strong, how smart you got to be to make a person hate themselves?
Mm-hmm. Right.
You got to be up on your game. That's just like saying, I know some guys say I can make her love me. I know guys wish they can do that. Or wish that things that I can make a million. Satan can make you hate yourself. That's deep. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Okay. Where we at? Okay, go to Job. Let's go to Job. This is the heavy part. Job 2, chapter 3. Job chapter 2, verse 3 is all the way to 10. Watch this. This is heavy. Now you talking about wrestling. Now we see where Jacob wrestled, right? Now we want to see where Job was losing and kept him. Jacob got hurt and kept him. We're going to see where Job was losing the whole fight from beginning to end and kept him. We see where Jacob fought and held his ground and got wounded. We're going to see where Job never had victory in this fight. and still kept him. How the hell you want some weak niggas around?
Yeah.
This about doing this thing, getting it in. You know what I'm saying? And you got to love this game.
Yeah.
This game got to be loved. Don't show me you weak. Keep that to yourself. I'm trying to do this. Listen, keep that to yourself. Hey, listen, I'm weak. Nigga, let me go. Go in the corner and tell yourself that. I'm trying to get this. Hey, I'm weak. Be weak with me. That's what you're saying. Be weak with me. You an idiot. I ain't doing that. About this business. About this business. Get away from me. Get away from God. Go over there with the white man. This ain't for you. You see what I'm saying? Some people are born. All dogs are not the same. You got vicious dogs. You got vicious people for the Lord viciously. They vicious for the Lord. They're not many, but it is some out there, and you should be attracted to them.
Yeah.
You should be attracted to those who rough out for the Father. You should be attracted to preach Shabbat. On the streets forever. You should be attracted to that. Give me some of that. What Elijah was attracted to Elijah. Not many, it wasn't a lot of people attracted to Elijah, but Elijah was. So you're not looking for many. It ain't no many. And you don't even ask for many. Just get it in. You see what I'm saying? Get it in. And guess what? When you look back and you say, I did all I can do, but then you want to look and say, I could have did better. You don't want to be like, I did all I can do, Lord. I did the best I can. No. Lord, I could have did better. You see what I'm saying? Not I can do better. Go ahead.
This is the book of Job, chapter 2, verse 3. And the Lord said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
The Lord said unto Satan, have thou considered my servant Job? What Satan say? Hell yeah, I consider that guy. You think I ain't? You know, Lord, you know how I get down. I want some of that. Yeah, I consider him. And like I'm considering you, but this, yeah, give me that. This Job, give me Job. And then like I'm trying to come to you, Father. But Job, I want to eat that. That's weak. The Lord like, man, you consider Job? You must don't know Job. When I know me. I might not know Job, but I know me. That's how Satan is. I know me. I done slaughtered a lot of Israelites. I know me. You know me. Go ahead.
That there is none like him.
Oh, hold on. Go ahead.
Yeah, but he knew the only way to do it if the Lord took his head from him.
Yeah, he thought.
So he thought.
He thought the only way he can do it, the Lord took his hands away from him.
Right.
Right?
Right.
But the Lord, he always see, one thing when you meet the Lord, you want to be like, Lord, I wish that I had some type of strength to where I showed you how much I love you to earn some of this. And the Lord gonna be like, you did show me how much you did show me that. I don't give this away for free. I don't give this to anybody. You showed me that by keeping the commandments. You know, when you go to the Father, you be like, well, you know, Jesus died for my sin. I got in here for free. You know, is this part of me? And he gonna be like, no, you earned your way, son. He destroyed this, but all the rest of this is you. You picked up your cross. Father, I had something to do with my salvation. I had a little hands in it. You had a lot of hands in it. All that you went through. You see what I'm saying? Why? Because he wants you to feel what it is to go to him, what it is to suffer for him, what it is to chase him. He wants you to know what you're getting into. Getting into the kingdom, getting into the kingdom is not. That's like I say, everybody. If the Father take you to the third heaven, take you to the first heaven, and bring you back, you're gonna be all out. But he told Thomas, bless those who have not seen. Bless those that got that type of attitude and have not been there. You see what I'm saying? You gotta believe this. You gotta believe that this. You gotta believe this. Bless those who have not seen holes in my hands and believe. Thomas be like, you rose from the dead. I just don't believe that's Jesus. I don't believe that's your house shot. I don't believe that's him. Let me see the holes in your hands, and then I'll believe that you rose from the dead. So your house shot showed him the holes in his hands. Then he fell down like, Lord, I forgive you. But then what the Father say? Bless those who have not seen the third heavens. Bless those who have not seen me up on the throne of fire. Keep going.
That there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man.
Stop at 10.
One that feared God.
Right. So what was the key? One that feared God. You know what fear is? See, a lot of people, here you can fear God, but when you see him, you can be terrified. It's two different things. Here we can learn how to fear him, but when we see him, when we get near that area, we're gonna be petrified. See, you don't want to go from not fearing him to petrified. You'll die. You got to fear him because you definitely gonna be petrified. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
One that fears God and shows evil.
And so if you fear God, you hate evil.
And still holds fast his integrity.
And what?
And still hold fast his integrity.
And still hold fast the commandments. He still holds these commandments to his heart. He don't play with this. This ain't no damn game. This ain't for... Get out of here. Wait for me with that. It's just like me. My sister said, can I be around y'all? No. That's how we are with certain things. It's off. Okay. Keep going. Let's move fast.
20%.
That's good. We got time.
And still he holds fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Although you let me come at him, he still holds the commandments. He feared to drop the commandments. You see what I'm saying? It's just like you running with your baby, right? And the slower you run, you have to run through the fire. If you run through the fire fast enough, neither one of y'all will get burned. But the slower you run, the tired you get, the more if you get to the end, your baby will be dead. And so what you're gonna do? You're gonna go like a bat out of hell, right? That's how he kept these commandments. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're only as strong as you keeping the commandments, and that's proven to everybody. Go ahead.
Although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Although thou movest me against him. So you're gonna let me come against him, right? And he ain't did nothing wrong. Listen, I ain't did nothing wrong. I don't deserve this. The devil, even if you don't deserve it, I want some of you. He don't deserve this. He have not did nothing wrong. Job ain't did nothing wrong. Go ahead.
Verse 4, and Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin.
Skin for skin.
Yea, all that a man hath will he give for his life.
Okay, right. So skin for skin, all that a man have, will he give for his life? So Job, right, and then the devil. I mean, God and the devil, right? Job is a servant, so Satan got servants. So Satan was like skin for skin. If I can't get him, you can kill my servants. That's the skin for skin. And so Job, keeping the commandments, killed a lot of demons. Because he said skin for skin. Skin mean tooth for tooth, eye for eye. It can't be God for God because Job not a God. Because gods are talking. But Job is God's servant. I mean, yeah, God is Job's servant. I mean, you know what I'm trying to say. God is, I mean, Job served God. And so the devil have demons that serve him. Skin for skin, right? Great for great. I give you my greatest demon if I can knock this nigga off if I can knock him off his fly. So skin for skin. And guess what? He couldn't. So guess what Satan lost? He skin for skin. He lost some skin in the game. You gotta put skin in this game. This ain't no damn. You had to put skin to get in the kingdom. This ain't no damn. Jesus died for me and he did everything. I ain't gotta do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let me go and walk within 6 miles. I ain't gotta do nothing. You see what I'm saying? Let me go walk within 6 miles back in the 80s or something. 90s or wherever they had it. You see what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do nothing. Let me go cast quarters. I ain't gotta do nothing. Just gotta put skin in this game. I just gotta have faith. You gotta put skin in this game. This ain't for the weak. And if you're weak, that's cool. That's between you and the Lord. Let me in. This thing out the way. Let me in this. I want some of this. You see what I'm saying? Give me some of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You look like what you're digging for. You know what I'm saying? If you're an ant and you're digging, that look like an ant hole. If you're a lion and you're digging, it look like a lion hole.
Yeah.
You look like what you're digging. Your life look like what you're digging. You know what I'm saying? I want no ant next to me digging, because when I get to digging, I'm going to dig his hole out too. He too small to be next to me digging. You look like what you're digging. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Is 1 minute. Fifth. Yeah, 5th verse. But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh.
Where you at?
Verse 5.
Okay, go ahead. Stop at 10.
But put forth thy hand now and touch his bone and his flesh,
He doubled up on him.
and I will curse thee to thy face.
He came up with, listen, most people say just touch his bones. Okay, so now when the angel was wrestling Jacob, he broke the bone last, right? Satan came in and said, touch his bones and his flesh. He doubling up. You see what I'm saying? But why? Because I done dealt with people like this before. I done dealt with Jacob. I had to touch his hip. This one here, touch his bones and his flesh. We coming to him different. Touch his bones and his flesh. We needs this one. Go ahead.
Six. And the Lord said unto Satan, behold, he is in thy hand, but save his life.
Right. Okay, and so what the Father say? He is in thy hands. So automatically, I'm about to kill him. Why? Because I got to remind you, don't do that one. Everything I put in your hands, you kill. So I got to remind you, don't kill this one. But he's in your hands. What? He's in my hands? That's all I ain't got to kill him. This nigga gonna kill himself when I get through with him. You hear what I'm saying? You did what? He's in my hands? I know he ain't keep the commandments like, I know he ain't got that much faith. Hell no. He ain't got that much faith. He's in my hands. Are you serious? I guess you just don't want this one. Run him in then, run him in. And guess what? Job held on to the commandments. Keep going.
Verse 7. So went Satan forth from the presence of the Lord.
Listen, Satan ain't say no more. Pew! I'm going to get this one. I ain't got nothing else to say. He's in my hands. Case over. Ain't no more conversation. Let me go take care of this here real quickly. Right? Go ahead.
And smote Job with the...
And smoked him. He came in not with no little swords. He came in and smoked him. I mean, the swords was tremendous from the beginning. That hour when his wife sent him, she was like, "What the hell?" You know how we get sore, or we catch a small cold, then they get worse, then 3 days later it gets small, then we get better. No, he smoked him. Go ahead.
And smote Job with swords, bores from the sole of his foot unto his crown.
Within seconds. It didn't take days. It got seconds and it was already like this. Job knew that this was a spiritual fight. This is the way it came in. You see what I'm saying? It didn't come in like physical or cold. It didn't come in like I got a little sore and it got big. It didn't come in like a little stretch or my nose started bleeding and it's really pouring. It didn't come in like that. It came in like, ah, give me this. Give me you. Go ahead.
And he took him a posture to scrape himself withal. And he sat down among the ashes. Then said his wife unto him,
he broke him. So his wife sent him. See, that's just like the black woman. She see the black man. The black man is like Job. The black man looks sore, right? He don't take care of his kids too much. He's spores on him. He ain't got not financial money. He can't protect her. They shooting her in the head, and the black man don't do nothing. He ain't even saying nothing. The black man is broken. He's done. You see what I'm saying? Black women can't get no black man help. Black man look up, I can't help you. And what's his excuse? You don't love me anyway. So get the hell away from me while I scorn in the wrath of my sores. And that's what's going on now. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Then said his wife unto him, doest thou still retain the integrity?
Do thou still keep the commandments? Do you still serve him? How do you still keep the commandments? Right? Mm-hmm. That's what she's saying. You still, what's integrity? Go ahead.
Right. Curse God and die.
No, go back.
Then said his wife.
This is his wife. She see it.
Unto him.
And he can't help her. Kids gone. Everybody gone. The white man has sold our kids. I mean, not just that, but I'm just trying to transfer it to a level that we can understand today. And I can use that because is what we're under. You hear what I'm saying? So who rules? Nobody's supposed to be ruler over us. You see what I'm saying? There's not one black woman supposed to be with any nation. That's how we're supposed to be ruling. There's not one black man supposed to be with any nation but us. We're queens and kings over everybody. And anything different than that, we're spoils. We've been compromised. We've been broken, dislocated from our ancestors, from our concentration and worship in the Father. Go ahead.
Curse God and die.
Curse God and die. Because I'm already dead with this way of living. Kids gone. Bitches. My husband don't look like a husband. You like a done. Let's leave this like this. Curse God and die. You still holding on to commandments, the integrity? of trying to. How can you hold them if you're so broken and so sore? You got to be in the bed, right? And you can't move. Well, how can she say he have integrity unless he's saying Sabbath I have to rest? I can't do that. Don't cook for me on the Sabbath. You still hold on to this integrity? You still trying to keep the commandments and you done. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't cook the food because it's a Sabbath. Eat this hot soup. No, it's a Sabbath. You see what I'm saying? You still holding your integrity? You can cuss God and die. Damn about no Sabbath. This niggas, man, around here, these niggas, you get a phone call, them niggas broke the Sabbath. They ain't laying like this. It's not in them. They done. They ain't got it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
But he said unto her, Thou speakest as one of the foolish women speaketh.
What did he say? You out your mind? We dealing with God. Give a damn about how I look and what he took. We dealing with God. You see what I'm saying? I'm keeping this. You know what I do for riches? That's what I do for God. You know what I do to try to love the white man? Did you know what Martin Luther King did to try to love the white man? Is what he should have did about keeping the commandments. Do you hear what I'm saying? He went all out for the white man and did a damn thing about the commandments. And took them and showed them about the commandments at all. But he chased this monkey, chased this gorilla, and what happened to him? He figured out he landed into a certain fire. He was on fire when he was on fire with the way he thought. With the way he was thinking, he was on fire. On fire is doing the will of the Father. Go ahead.
What? Shall we receive good at the hand of God, and shall we receive evil? In all this did not Job sin with his lips? That was it on that.
So when the Father do us good, when things going good, I can worship the Father. When everything looking good, everybody and everything loaded, people coming, all little way, I can serve God. I can serve God when ain't nobody. I'm rolling with him. You see what I'm saying? I'm rolling with him. You can't, there's no way you can look at a person and say, well, there's no way you can look at Shabbat and say, well, I'm not going to serve God because, you know, even if I use Shabbat for excuse, I'm not going to really serve him because I don't feel like it. No. He got so much fire, the Father going to look at you and be like, with all that fire and you still ain't do it? That's worse. I'd rather for you to say you ain't feel like it than to look at him and say no. And he got all that fire. That's worse. You should, some of that shit caught on you. Like if we can light this and it catches. Supposed to catch. Fires catches. California. Fire started catches. With all that fire, it did not catch you. Something wrong with you. You done. If you see me, you should be on fire. Or you should be home and say, I just can't catch it. You better be like that, because you look over there with fire at and can't catch it, you're going to get caught. Go ahead.
That was it on that team.
Where you at now?
Yeah, let me see.
Go ahead, sorry about that, sister. Just say Shalaki so I can give it to you.
Shalaki, yeah, it's just like, the blessings, when you pour out the blessing, it falls on the head and it trickles down to your feet, out.
Right.
So if you in place, you can't help but to get caught up. But if you not, it's gonna
go around.
It's gonna go around.
And then on top of that, if you're there and it don't touch you, something wrong.
Something wrong with the picture, right?
Something wrong. The day is over with when you can say, well, you read in the Bible and say, that's what you said. The day is over with. That's what the Bible said.
God.
But you read it, that's what you said. It's in the Bible. lick your wounds and deal with it. No, I want to look at you and deal with it. You look at your wounds and deal with it. You can't use fire and say I'm water. You see what I'm saying? And want to be water anyway. You see what I'm saying? It's not gonna work with the Father. It's not. It's an insult. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Where you at? Joe, give me 2 Peter 1, give me 4 through 9.
Five through 9.
4.
4 through 9.
It's the book of 2 Peter, chapter 4, no, chapter 1. No,
Second Peter, first chapter. Yeah, you're right, chapter 1.
Yeah, chapter 1, 4 through 9. Whereby are given unto us exceeding great and precious promises.
Man. Is we getting precious promises here?
God.
We're not getting nothing here. We the votes, the governing is not in our favor here.
God.
But where it is our favor, we ain't putting no energy to it. Go ahead, read it again.
Whereby are giving unto us.
Hold on, whereby, because it's not here. So whereby is what?
Are given unto us.
Are given unto us. The kingdom is unto us. Whereby means it's not here. Go ahead.
That by these ye might be partakers of the divine nature, having escaped the corruption that is in the world through lust.
Escape the corruption. What's the corruption? Black men's turning gay is a corruption. Black women's against their head is corruption. Right? The nuke is corruption. Not just war amongst each other. What about the nuke that's gonna destroy all of us? You see what I'm saying? Escape that. I got all y'all killing each other, and I'm gonna clean y'all up with the nuke. You see what I'm saying? I got y'all fighting each other, and I'm about to clean you up with the nuke. How can you escape that? Right? Go ahead.
Verse 5. And besides this, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to virtue knowledge.
Okay, so what you do? You add to your faith, right? So I believe in what? The commandments, because that's my virtue, right?
That's your knowledge.
And guess what? I start to gain knowledge. Go ahead.
Verse 6. And to knowledge temperance.
And to knowledge temperaments. Why? Because I know how to judge. I know the differentials. Go ahead.
Patience.
And patience. Why? Because I have to have patience. Right? So who you have to have patience with? My brothers. I gotta have patience with them. You see what I'm saying? Right. Why do you have patience with your brother? Because you love your brothers. See, when you love your brothers, you have to have patience with them, right? But you also got to be stern to notice we don't have time, right? But you got to be patient. And why? By fasting and praying for them. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And to patience, godliness.
Okay, and to patience, godliness. What's godliness? Calling them every day. And godliness showing them what to do for God. That's what godliness is. Showing them how to keep going out for the Lord. Right? Go ahead.
And to godliness, brotherly kindness.
And brotherly kindness. Every time you talk to your brother, you be kind to him. Right? Yeah. No matter if they're strong, weak, or doing good or bad, you be kind to your brothers. Right? Do we be kind to our brothers? No, we want to kill our brothers. We shooting our brothers. You see what I'm saying? We're going against our brothers. We hate our brothers. We leave our brothers out there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Alone. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
and to brotherly kindness, charity.
Okay, charity. You keep supporting your brothers, right? No matter what, you support your brothers. Why? Because if you support your brothers, you support God. God made you and him. Go ahead.
Verse 8. For if these things be in you and abound, they make you that ye shall neither be barren or Lord unfruitful in the knowledge of our
Right.
Lord Jesus Christ.
Okay, so barren. That's like a woman can't have a baby. Right? We can't be fruitful. Fruitful means is bringing people into the kingdom. You see what I'm saying? Right? Of the what? Of the knowledge of God. Why? Because they need the knowledge. And so what people would be attracted to? They'll be attracted to your walk and your knowledge. Right? They're not gonna be attracted to your stumble. They're gonna fear your stumble. They're gonna stay away from you because you're stumbling. You know what I'm saying? You stumbling around here. Oh, you stumbling. That's not attractive. You stumble here, you stumble with the Lord, you stumble everywhere. You're a stumbler. Right?
Yeah.
You're gonna bet with a person that keeps shooting craps. Man, if you put $1 more on this nigga, man, just boy off the table. You see what I'm saying? So what you do? You come to a stumbling. Go ahead.
Verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind.
He that lacketh these things is blind, right? So if a person blind, they can't even see what's right. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They become so blind that they can't see what's right. Right? They're already in the wrong because they can't see. See, it ain't like that. That blind means that I'm neither wrong or right. Blind puts you in the wrong, that you can't see the right. You see, it's not that blind makes it even where I'm blind. That means I'm neither wrong or right. I can't see wrong or right, so I'm even. No, blind puts you all the way in the wrong and you can't see the light. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead. Yeah.
And cannot see afar off.
And you cannot see it far off, right? Which means that you cannot distinguish the prophecies. You cannot see afar off. You cannot see what's the Bible is telling you is going to take place. You can't see it no more, right? It's just going to happen to you, and it's going to catch you off guard. When there was one time you can see, when it's, we're starting to see right now. Wars going on. We still partying, still getting married. We're starting to see right now a lot of things going on. But we're so into the world that even though these things going on, we can't comprehend the truth. Why? Because we're blind in our senses. We got 5 senses, right? And they're lost.
Yeah.
You can have 5 senses that belongs to you, but if you're not using them, yeah, you're lost. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Okay, verse 9. But he that lacketh these things is blind and cannot see afar off. He hath forgotten that
he was
purged from his old sins.
So if he forgot, that means he once was there. Right?
Yeah.
He forgot he is an Israelite. And what he doing? He living like an African American. He forgot that he was walking as God's chosen people. And what's going on? He's going back to being a Gentile. Right? He doing Gentile state of living. He forget. You see, sometimes you can see a person where they're forgetting. I can see you forgetting. They only can see they got it or they don't. That's what they can see. But when you're keeping them, you can see them forgetting it. They can't see them forgetting it because the joy in forgetting it, they can't see that. But when you got it, you know. But when you don't, you know. But they can't see where they're forgetting it. Why? Because there's too much joy in forgetting it. They're having too much good time. They're having all types of good, all that, all that glamorous and Gucci Gucci tickle tickle time. They can't see it. Everything, tickles. You see what I'm saying? They can't see where they're slipping. I'm in a rush. I got to do that. I got to leave the good and go to the bad. They can't see that. The good supposed to get all the time in the world, right? But you can't see that good. Why? Because it's Gucci Gucci time. Go ahead.
Verse 10.
No. Yeah. Peter. Drop that and go to Romans 8:16 through 17. And see, like, it's see, when people when they're losing it, then you can see where they start trading good things in, right? For instance, it's like we trade our Israelites name. You can see where some, of course, you see where people lost it. I'm not, what's your nationality? African American. What's your nationality? I'm black. Okay. Now they hear about Israelites, right? And then they'll say the Israelite today. Then a week later they go back saying they're African Americans. Then they don't ever remember that they once said that there was Israel, and then they did though. That's when you lost it. You said that you was Israelite when we talked 2 weeks ago. Now you talking about you're African American. What's going on with you, brother? Oh man, yeah, you right. You see what I'm saying? What's going on with you, brother? Jacob broke his hip. You talking about voting because Martin Luther King went through this. You need to talk about being an Israelite because what our forefathers went through. And they did not regret it. They just sent you to a burning hell. He did. And you holding on his. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. You get it? Oh, I'm our forefathers. What our real forefathers went for our name. And African Americans did not come through God. It came through a white man. Being an Israelite came from God. With pain and force that your forefathers had to wrestle with. And you just clearly let it go and fight for nothing. I fight to not be nothing. That's what I do. I fight to not be nothing. I put more force and fight not to be nothing. I'm self-destructive. Do you see how we are? Yeah. We're self-destructive. We fight to not be nothing.
Go ahead. The book of Romans, chapter 8, verse 16. The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit that we are the children of God.
The Spirit itself bears witness with our spirit. Where's the Spirit in the Bible? The Bible bears witness that we are the children of God. Slave ships in the Bible. Listen, you hate your brothers in the Bible. The Spirit in the Bible is telling you that you're Israel, and you still want to be ignorant. Go ahead.
Verse 17. And if children, then heirs of God, and joint heirs with Christ, if so be that we suffer with him.
That's the point. We don't understand. We want him to give us the kingdom. We want to pick up our cross because why we had to suffer. We're suffering anyway. Why not suffer to the truth? Because you're not going to get out of suffering in this world. You're not going to get out of it. Why suffer to lie with the man and die with the man when you can suffer for the truth because you're suffering anyway? There's nothing you're doing not being an Israelite that you're not suffering. And you is being an Israelite, you're still going to suffer. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? What you doing out there that you're not suffering to do wicked? You're still going to suffer to do righteous. You got to be an idiot. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Go ahead.
If so be that we suffer with him, that we may be also glorified together. That's it on that.
Right. So we may all be glorified together. So who get the winnings? Being glorified with the Father. Who only can get that? You only can get the glorification with the Father. You only can get the crown. You only can get the victory. Only you can make the touchdown. Right? Only you can do this. But the devil that can't do it, trick you into loving what you can't, what he can't do. I want you to love what I can't do, more than love what you can do. Just be with me and love me in what I can't do. Right? And so what we can't do, they can't get the kingdom of heaven. And I want you to be part of that. I want you to be part of not getting the kingdom of heaven with me. How that sound? That don't sound good. But it has to sound good if we living like it. Right? Go ahead. Where we at now?
Yeah, we did on that.
Okay, Romans, Genesis, I got 4 more. Give me Ecclesiasticus 4 and 17.
4 and 17.
Yeah.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 4, verse 17. For at the first she will walk with him
Wisdom.
by crooked ways, and bring fear and dread upon him.
Okay, so while you're in your wicked ways, she's gonna come walk with you. See, wisdom don't meet you when you're doing good, because you don't know nothing about good. You're a dope dealer, you're a whoremonger, you're all this, and so wisdom gonna come meet you there. See, wisdom coming to meet you where you're blew out at. Wisdom coming to meet you where you're a whole crackhead, liar, all this at. Wisdom coming to meet you there. And then what's going on?
And torment him with her discipline.
And so she gonna whip you with your discipline. Why? Because she love you. She gonna meet you where you at. You're a liar. So she gonna meet you where you lying. Then she gonna whip you. Right? She gonna meet you where you doing drugs at. She gonna meet you where you're a hoe at. She gonna meet you. She gonna meet you where you're a deceiver. She gonna meet you there, and then she gonna whip you while you're doing wrong there. Go ahead.
And try him by her laws.
And then she gonna give you her laws to keep while you stumble over, while you wrestle them, while you get your hip dislocated, dealing with these laws. She gonna deal with you there. Go ahead.
That was it on that. You going? Keep going.
Just do it over. Something that sounds good.
For at the first she will walk with him
Okay.
by crooked ways,
Right.
and bring fear and dread upon him.
Hold on. And so she bringing fear and dread upon you. Why? Because now she's giving you the wisdom and knowledge. You see what I'm saying? You better fear. Because what I'm about to take you is in the Father's presence. What you're doing, I can't take you in the Father's presence with what you're doing. Because what you're doing is showing no fear. And if you get near him with that, you're going to be destroyed. Go ahead.
And torment him with her discipline.
And so she's going to torment you before you get tormented in the lake of fire. She's going to torment you now. Right? She's whipping you. Like a dog boo-boo in the house, you spank him until he put his nose and throw him outside or whatever, right? So she's dealing with you. She wants you to get better. She wants you to be in the house and love the house and not be able to boo-boo in the house, and then go outside, be able to boo-boo, and she clean and come back in and knock on the door, scratch on the door. She wants you trained. Right. You see what I'm saying? Because if you can't get trained, you have to leave here. Go ahead.
Until she may trust his soul. And
Right.
try
So
him
now
by
what
her
she
laws.
do? She trusts you with what? With her laws. We got laws, and we stumble over the laws. We told the devil, hold these commandments for me, and I'll be back to get them out your hand. I need to be going for the weekend. We give the devil our laws. She can't trust you with this. That's like telling the bad guy, hold my gun for me. My enemy, hold my gun for me. You see what I'm saying? Hit that one more time.
For at the first she will walk with him by crooked ways,
Okay, so we know that.
and bring fear and dread upon him.
And she know why, and we know why she's bringing fear and dread upon us. Why? Because she loves us. She's trying to get us to a place to do what?
And torment him with her discipline.
And so what she want discipline out of us. How does she get it? By tormenting. You think we're gonna keep telling our brothers, oh man, you doing good, and they off? You torment them boys. Nigga, you off. Go ahead.
And until she may trust his soul.
And what you mean trust his soul? You want trustworthy people. You want people that you know if something go wrong with you, like my daughter got to go stay with you for an hour. I mean, my daughter got to stay with you for a couple weeks. I can't send my daughter over there with this nigga. I don't even trust him around. I can't trust him. I can't trust him. You know what I'm saying? You want to be able to raise my daughter. If I got your daughter with my daughter, they my daughters. You know what I'm saying? They're my sons. You know what I'm saying? You can't give these kids no P. Diddy. You see what I'm saying? Asking them to raise your child. You see what I'm saying? And you supposed to be in the commandments, and you turn into P. Diddy. You can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Heads up. You can't do that. Go ahead. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And until she may trust his soul.
And so until she may trust his soul. When wisdom trusts your soul, don't you know where you at? Don't you know what level you on? See, these commandments is levels. It's like it's like you ever dealt with somebody and they can't go to the next level. It's just like this is where they stuck at. You know, you ever had a friend and doing something, or except you popping a wheelie or riding a bike, and there's certain things or say you swimming, you know what I'm saying? He just can't swim backwards. He can't get to that. You ever notice where a person's stuck on something?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And they can't get past that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And try him by her laws.
And so what she do? She try his greatness by her laws. Go ahead.
That was it on that.
Okay. Right. And so that's what you want. It comes to pull you out and bring you all the way back in. And then what it's doing is teaching you as you get greater. As it helps you to get greater. As it shows you what greatness is about. Wisdom teaches you that. Go ahead. That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, where we at? What was that you read?
That was Ecclesiastes 4 and 17.
Okay, get get 1 Thessalonians 4 and 44 and 4. And I got 3 more after that.
1 Thessalonians.
Yeah, 4 and 4.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's the book of 1 Thessalonians, chapter 4, verse 4. That every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor.
Right, every one of us, we grown men, we should know how to what?
How to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor.
Right, so we should know how to possess our vessel, right? And so in our vessel, we should know how to, keep the commandments, keep the laws, be honest, not lie. You know what I'm saying? We should know how to possess this vessel. We can't possess this vessel recklessly, steal it from each other. You know what I'm saying? Lying to each other. You know what I'm saying? We're at a stage to where we're Israel. You see what I'm saying? We're not the heathens that we live around. Go ahead.
That was it on that one.
You went to 5?
No, not yet. Okay.
Give me 5 and that's it.
Not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not God.
Right. And so what we do, we live like Gentiles that know not God. And that's why I say he don't want us to live among them. That's why when Martin Luther King took us to try to integrate us, this saying he'll never do that. Get away from them. Go ahead. That's it. Give me 1 Corinthians 15:38. Got 2 more for that. Hang with me.
15.
Yeah. 1 Corinthians 15:38. And go to 40. Yep.
It's the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 38. But God giveth it a body as it had pleased him, and to every seed his own body. Verse 39. All flesh is not the same flesh.
Right. Well, all flesh is not the same flesh. So, flesh with melon and flesh with no melon. Flesh with little melon, flesh with a lot of melon. Flesh with godly melon and flesh with just melon. You see what I'm saying? So you may have a East Indian and he's dark skinned, but he's not Israelite melon. You see what I'm saying? A certain seed brings out a certain melon. Just because you're black don't mean you have the Israelite melon. You can be black, and Africa can be black. Hamak can be black, but the seed of Israel doesn't have the same melon as Ham. You see what I'm saying? Right. Because there's a spirit, and we're looking at the flesh, but there's a spirit. We're looking at the colors, but there's a spirit in the seed, right? That blossomed the seed to be what it is. Go ahead. Give me where you at with that?
But there is one kind of flesh of men.
Drop that. Give me 2 Corinthians 4:4, and then we're done.